Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. First of all, I don't even know how I'm going to upload this video or if I'm going to upload this video, but I'm just filming it. I'm actually on my way to the hospital right now, so this video is very non-traditional YouTube standards. I'm not dressed up. I'm actually in workout pants, still got my house shoes on and a t-shirt. Like I was on my way out, but I wanted to sit down and just kind of talk to you guys a little bit because a lot of you have actually reached out to me on social media and asked me why I have not posted pictures of my daughter on social media and stuff. And I know you guys' questions are coming from a good place. I know you guys are curious and you're excited and you just want to see her, right? And it's coming from a good place. I didn't take it as anything bad or anything like that. Has felt like everything that happens to me is for a reason and it's God's way of preparing me for something. And I have taken this as one of those things. Let's see, where do I start? Okay, so when I got pregnant, or when we found out I was pregnant, you guys know I kind of joked around with the whole, oh, this is my miracle baby, and I nicknamed her on my channel as Miracle Baby. That's what we called her. You guys, when I tell you that Aria, my daughter's name, when I tell you guys that Aria has been nothing short of a miracle, like she has been a miracle. You guys saw my labor and delivery video. By the way, thank you guys for all the positive comments and feedback and all of that. I really appreciate it. You guys saw my labor video, and as you saw, it was very stressful. I was in labor for 3 days, barely dilating. It was extremely stressful, and obviously that put a lot of stress on Aria as well. I ended up having her December 20th, 2016 through C-section because I literally was not dilating. Like I could not get to 10. The most I dilated to was 9, but I just could not get to 10 for whatever reason. And after being in labor for 3 whole days, they just saw how tired I was and I had a fever and all that stuff, so they decided like, yo, like let's just cut her up and get this baby out, which I'm thankful for. But unfortunately, the delivery part, which I did not show in the video because for one, we weren't allowed to film in the C-section room, in the operating room. But the delivery part didn't really go as planned or as expected. Because I was in labor for so long and it was so stressful and all of that, Aria was obviously stressed as well. She ended up being born with meconium aspiration. Meconium is basically poop. That's what it is. It's poop. As they were taking her out, she pooped and she inhaled it as they were taking her out. And if obviously you know that when you're pregnant, your child pees and poops inside of you like it's normal. But yeah, so she ended up inhaling that. If you don't know what meconium is like, it's a very sticky and tacky substance. It's almost like, imagine having caramel stuck on your lungs. That's basically what it was. Like she just had this sticky substance all over her lungs, but she aspirated so much of it that it caused she wasn't able to breathe. And when she came out, that's why from the video, if you look at the picture that I posted on the video, you saw she's kind of puffy and she's big and swollen. It's from all the meconium that she aspirated. And also she had pulmonary hypertension because from the 3-day labor of stress and all of that, and all the things that they were doing to me, it also transferred over to her. So she ended up with pulmonary hypertension and meconium aspiration, which is basically this caramel type substance thing stuck all over your lungs, which caused her not to be able to breathe properly. So what am I saying right now? Basically, I know right now all you guys are hearing are medical terms. I get it. Trust me, it's a lot. I've been dealing with a lot. Basically right now, Aria is actually still in the NICU. She's been in the NICU since the day she was born. Hence why I have not posted any pictures of my daughter. It's not because I have not wanted to. Trust me, I had this whole thing planned in my head, like I would give birth and we'll take, you know, family Christmas photos, this, that, and I would have her in all her different outfits, and I would literally blow you guys' timeline with my baby pictures and all this stuff. Like, I had this envisioned in my head completely different. And I think that's why the saying goes that, you know, man plans and God laughs. God obviously had something completely different for me. He wanted me to go through a completely different type of journey to appreciate my daughter even more. Yeah. So Aria has been in the NICU since she was born. She's been through a lot. Like I said, she inhaled a lot of the meconium, which caused a lot of damage to her lungs. Aria has been on every single medication that it takes to keep a human being alive. That's how bad it's been. Doctors actually told us that Aria had a 25% chance of survival. So that's what I have been going through this last month. In this video, I am inserting pictures and clips for you guys to kind of better understand the severity of what my little girl has been going through and what I, as her mom, have been dealing with. And the reason I'm sharing this is because when I tell you guys that God is good, it doesn't matter to me what faith you are or what religion you practice or what God you believe in, but the God that I serve has been so good to me and has been so faithful to me. And back when this whole thing first started, I did not understand why it was that I was going through what I was going through. I did not understand why it was that the birth of my child had to be different from anybody else that has given birth that we've all watched on YouTube and, you know, or that we all know and stuff like that. I didn't understand that. And not even a lot, I definitely questioned myself. I was like, why me? Like, why am I having to go through this? I cried. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've cried. Obviously, seeing the love of your life, like this little person that you have created, that you have carried and loved and nurtured for 9 months, seeing them lay there helpless and hopeless in a hospital bed is like the worst thing any mother wants to go through. But this whole experience has just strengthened me so much. It's brought my faith back to the point. And honestly, okay, how can I say this? 2016 for me, I was comfortable. I've always been a strong believer. I've always you know, I've always known that, okay, I believe in God and all of that stuff. But was I a practicing Christian? Was I doing all the things that a Christian would normally do? Was I, you know, was I faithful? Was I all of that stuff? No, not all the time. I was not. 2016, I was comfortable. As I said, I was comfortable in my career. I was comfortable in my relationship. I was comfortable with my relationship with God. And that was the biggest thing that this whole process with Aria has taught me, is that you can never be too comfortable. You always have to keep praying, because there's so many people out there who don't want the best for you necessarily. There's so many people out there who are just waiting for your downfall. And it took my daughter going through this for me to really realize that I can't do anything without the guidance and wisdom of God. I cannot do anything without seeking for his advice and seeking for his help. In 2016, I was doing things that I without consulting God, or without asking for his wisdom, or without asking for his help. Just like many of you do, we all do it, you know. You go through life and you forget the little things. You take waking up every morning for granted. You take the air that you breathe for granted. You take your friends, your family, your relationship. You take so many things for granted, and you make decisions without really seeking or saying, God, okay, I'm about to do this. If it's your will, you know, protect me and guide me through it. But if it's not your will, then, you know, pull me away from it, and because I know you have something better and bigger in store for me. And basically that's what I was doing in 2000, like that's what I was doing last year. I wasn't going to church every Sunday, you know, like work for me was my excuse for why I was not going to church. I was like, well, I'm working this Sunday, I can't go to church because I'm working. Or sometimes I go to church because I don't want pastor to call me and be like, why didn't you come to church? You know, I was going to church for the wrong reasons. Especially if you go to African church, you know, if you don't show up to church, your pastor is going to most likely call you and say, why didn't you come to church? You know, so you go to church to kind of cover face, and you're not really going for the right reasons. We've all done it. I've done it. I'm guilty, and I'm telling you guys, like, I did that. So this whole thing that I've been going through with Aria, not only has it matured me in so many ways, but it's really strengthened my faith in God, and to just know, like, the higher you go in life, you guys, the lower you have to get on your knees and pray. And I just want you guys to take that from me. This is my testimony. I told myself beginning of this year that 2017 would be my year of testimony. 2017 would be my year of miracles. 2017 would be my year of just awesome stuff. And this is my first testimony of 2017, that my daughter, who doctors told me only had a 25% chance of living, is completely, like, she's healed. She has done a complete turnaround, a complete 360. The child who has had every single medication it takes, from Ativan, from morphine, from ATP, like, she's had every single medication it takes to keep a human being alive. She's had that, and she's just blossomed before my eyes. And it's just, I'm just so honored and privileged to know that God chose me to be a mother to a fighter, to a child who's so resilient, to a child who wants to live, and she wants to live so bad that she has fought. She has defied every single odds that, you know, you can set on somebody. You know, a newborn baby, from the day she was born, she's been going through this. So the biggest thing I've had to deal with was probably the day that she had surgery. Like, she was so sick, her lungs were so sick that her blood was now toxic to her body. So the only way to really cure that was a procedure called ECMO, where basically they make an incision on your neck, and there's this huge scary machine. Like, it's scary. Like I said, I'm going to insert videos and pictures so you guys can kind of better understand, because I know right now I'm just kind of throwing words at you. But she had this machine inserted, so basically the blood, all of the blood is being drained out of her body, and then it's being filtered through the machine and back into her body. So it's like a chain reaction, you know. They're taking blood out, filtering it, putting it back in her body, and it just like keeps going. It's just a chain reaction. That day, December 26th, I will never forget, was the worst day of my life. I literally thought that I had lost my child. I literally thought that my life is done. Like, I just can't, you know. And I remember just sitting there as the doctor's like explaining all these things to us, and the room is like filling with people because they performed the surgery right then and there. So the room is just filling up with people, you know. The nurses are coming in, anesthesiologists are coming in, like equipment is coming in. And I remember just like sitting there, I was so lost. And it was bad. Like, I was just crying. I was just a mess. And I was just sitting there just looking at my child like, how much more can someone so tiny have to go through? Like, how much more can my child take, you know? Like, it's just so much. And the doctor's like explaining to us, because we had to sign a waiver before they could perform the surgery, and she's explaining to us like all the side effects and things like that. And you know, it's America, everybody sues each other, so they want you to really understand, you know, the side effects and all of that stuff, so that later on you can't say like they didn't explain it to you. So she's then telling me, do you understand? Can you repeat it? So I'm looking at her like, no, I understand. Like, you really want me to repeat to you that my child could potentially die from this? Like, I'm not going to repeat that. Like, I'm not going to repeat that there's a chance that my child is not going to make it, because she is going to make it. So that was that day. And when I tell you guys, she was on ECMO for about 2.5 weeks, and she got off. She broke that barrier. She got off of ECMO. She did great. She was on vents and oxygen and all of that, and she has gotten off every single machine that the doctors have put her on. She has gotten off every single medication that the doctors have continued to just prove herself. She's continued to fight. She has continued to defy every single all odds that were placed on her. She has defied all of them, and she is now doing so good. She's going up. We are looking up. We're not looking down. She's going to be home very, very soon, which I am super excited and just super thankful to God for. So what is the purpose of me sharing this video with you guys? One, to kind of answer the question of why I have not posted any pictures of my daughter on social media, because I want whatever image you guys have of my child to be one of positive, just to be a positive image. I do not want to post a picture of my child with tubes coming each and every way of her body and have those ignorant people of the world questioning me and asking me why is my child covered in tubes and all that stuff, because that's not really, I don't know, it's not really a fun subject to like talk about. And so that's why I have not posted any pictures of her. I wanted her to heal, to be completely healed, and that so that whatever image you guys have of Aria is a positive image. But the second reason I'm sharing this video is because, like I said, especially with our generation, we take, I don't know if we take Christianity or we take God for granted. We're definitely not as open to speak about our faith as much as we should. Faith is something that we can't live without, whether you like it or not. Like, we just can't live without it. And I'm 24 years old, and in my 24 years of life, everything that I've gone through has prepared me to be where I am today. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And at 24 years old, having to go through something as drastic and as life-changing as what I have just gone through, if it wasn't for the strength and for the grace of God, I don't know if I could have made it. You know, there are times where my mom will like look at me and she'll be like, how are you so strong? And I'm like, I'm strong because I know that this situation is not permanent. I'm strong because I know that this is just preparing me for something greater. And I'm strong because I know that my child is going to make it, and my child is a child of destiny, and she's meant to live, and she's going to live. So that's why I'm strong. I'm holding on to my faith, the faith that God has given me. And I just want you guys to know that whatever situation you're going through in life, it's not permanent. Whether it's a breakup, a relationship, school, family, whatever drama, people gossiping about you, don't let people conclude on your life. People are going to gossip all day, every day. It doesn't matter. Do not let people conclude on your life. At the end of the day, God is the ultimate person who makes the ultimate decision. God is the only person that can conclude on your life. So if you have people gossiping about you right now, do not let them or what they're saying conclude on who you are as a person. And like I said, the higher you go in life, guys, pray. The lower you have to get on your knees and pray. There are so many people, and with being pregnant with Aria and going through this, we've come to realize, like, there's so many people who literally wanted bad for me, who wanted bad for my family, and who wanted bad for my daughter. But see, the way my God is set up and the way my faith is set up, whatever evil thoughts and evil intentions you have towards me, it shall not come to pass, because my God is greater than that. My faith is greater than that, and I am confident in, you know, in my relationship with God. So I just want you guys to know that if you're succeeding in your career, if you're excelling in your relationship, like whatever, the higher you go in your career, your relationship, your finances, just remember to always bow down and pray and protect yours and protect your surroundings and protect your family, because it is so important. I've told you guys this before. I don't know which video, but I know I've said it before. I don't know what my purpose is. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I feel like with everything that I've gone through, and being able to come back and share a testimony to you guys, and being able to come back and empower you guys, it means something. So if my purpose is to motivate, to empower, to, you know, draw you guys closer to your faith, draw you guys closer to God, to get you guys to know God, then I am willing to do that. Then I have to make sure that I do that, and I do that to my full capacity. So that's what I am doing. This is not to like push Christianity down your throat. It's not to tell you anything, but it's just to tell you guys, like, this is my testimony, this is my story, this is what I've been going through, this is what my daughter has been going through. If I hadn't recorded every single thing that we've been through so far, if I didn't have pictures as proof and evidence, and I came in front of a camera and I sat here and I was telling you guys all this stuff, there's no way you would believe me. But the pictures and the videos and all of that proves it. And because of the way I've carried myself, you guys would have never guessed that deep down, behind closed doors, behind the camera, this is what I've been dealing with. This is what Aria has been going through. So don't always judge a book by its cover, because you never know what goes on behind closed doors. But definitely, you guys, prayer works, miracles work. And the funny thing is, yesterday I was at the hospital with Aria, and the doctor who did the surgery on her, this doctor, you guys, she scares me. Like, from the beginning, she's very like assertive, straight to the point. She doesn't give you any sense of hope at all. You know, she's very like cutthroat, just very straight to the point. But yesterday I was changing Aria's diaper, and she came to me and she was like, well, I've heard in the past people say God heals. And for her to say that to me, it was like, oh, okay, you're believing. And I remember, and she told me, she was like, I've never seen someone pray as much as you pray. Like, since your daughter has been in here, you're by her bedside, you're praying every single day, and you know, that has healed her. And for other people to acknowledge that and see that, it made me feel like I'm doing something right. God made me go through this for me to slow down and not be so comfortable, but actually come back closer to Him. This experience has drawn not just myself, but my family closer to God. And I mean, what else can you possibly do when you're in a situation like this, you know, where your heart is basically lying in a hospital bed fighting for their life? What else can you possibly do but get on your knees and pray and just ask for God to guide you, and for us, and ask God to heal your child? Like, there was nothing else I could do but pray. And I just want to share this with you guys before I go, because I am actually running late. But I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I just wanted to say Aria is doing great. Aria is truly a miracle baby. She has lived up to her nickname. I just hope that as my channel grows and as we grow together, that you guys are able to take something away from my videos. every time that I post. I don't post often. I don't do makeup tutorials. I'm not the person that's going to teach you how to do makeup tutorials, but I can share real life experiences. I can share real life things that I go through, and we can grow together through that. So I hope that every video that I post, or the videos that I have posted so far, that you guys have gotten something out of it. Like I said, this video is in no way, shape, or form meant to, you know, force my faith down your throat or anything. Like I said, it's just a testimony of God is good, and if you don't know how to pray, you don't need to know how to pray. All you need to do is just have a conversation. Like, you can have a conversation like you're having a conversation with your friend. Like, just have a conversation with God and just talk to him, whatever problems you're going through. Like, he answers prayers, and Aria is the biggest answered prayer that I could ever ask for. So I love you guys, and remember, the higher you go in life, the lower you have to get on your knees and just pray and protect what's yours, and protect your house, and protect everything that you have worked for, So I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. This video is a positive video because the devil has failed. My child is okay. She will be okay, and she's coming home. So I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. God bless. So today is January 18th, and I am here with Miss Aria. As you guys can see, she has come a long way. She's no longer on the CPAP. She's just on regular oxygen, and she's only on 5 units of oxygen. So she's coming off of that very soon. And I'm super excited because they changed her bed. She's now on a big girl bed. So she's on a regular crib, which is so exciting. So we are one step to going home. This is the last few steps actually, and then we will be going home sooner than later. I am so excited. Ari's happy too. And I came in today and I noticed her face is no longer puffy. She's now back to like looking like a regular baby. So she's not swollen, she's not puffy anymore. So I'm so excited. God is good, y'all. God is good. Right, baby? She's awake. Right, baby? God is good. Hey, princess. Hi, princess. She's such a happy baby. She's been like smiling all day. I just love her so much. I just love you. Say hi, YouTube. I'm so proud of you, Aria. So proud. We're almost there. Almost there. Love you, sweet girl. So I gave birth to Aria December 20th through C-section. So when they took her out, I just remember them rushing her to I just remember them rushing her over to like clean her up and stuff, and I didn't get to hold her. So imagine carrying your child for 9 months and not being able to hold her. We didn't get to hold her. They just like took her, cleaned her up. They noticed like she wasn't breathing properly, and all I remember doing was just like looking over there and trying to like figure out what was going on. And finally one of the nurses came over and told us like, okay, we have to take your child over to the NICU. She's not breathing as well as she should. I didn't think anything big of it because I didn't know, right? Like I didn't know what was going on. So they took her over. And you guys, January 8th was the first time I held my daughter. January 8th was the first time I picked up Aria. That's a day I will never forget. Just like December 26th, the day she had her surgery. Those dates, certain dates you just never forget, and that's a day I'll never forget. I had the biggest Kool-Aid smile on my face because it's like, I get to hold you even though you're no longer a newborn baby. I get to hold you finally. I carried you for so long, and now I get to feel like a mom. I get to hold you and rub your little face and just tell you how much you mean to me. That's a day that I will forever cherish. I think I have a picture of like me holding her or something. Like I was cheesing, like it seemed like I had just won the lottery. I had just won the lottery, just being able to hold my child. And I'll never forget that day. So now, since then, I hold her every time I go to the hospital. I make sure I'm getting my kangaroo time, is what they call it, you know, skin to skin. I make sure I get to hold her. I change her diaper. Like, she's a completely different baby from the first day that she went into the NICU. And she's had so much love and so much support. Like, the nurses have just gotten so attached to her because of everything that she's been through. Like, she's a living miracle in front of their eyes. Like, she's a living testimony in front of them, and every single day she gets better. Every single day she's progressing, and she's coming off more machines, and she's coming off more medicine and all this stuff, and they're just watching this little girl just fight for her life, and it's just so unbelievable and so magical to watch. But yeah, so it's just been a roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. It's been a roller coaster of everything, really. This whole experience has it has put a strain on my relationship. It has put a strain on my faith. It has put a strain on so many things, but yet at the same time it has drawn everybody in my family closer. It has made it's just made me closer to like everyone that has been involved, because like we're all going through this together. And that's really what I wanted to share with you guys, was just what's been happening and my testimony. And I just want to tell you guys, y'all, if you didn't know before, God is good and prayer works. And I am so thankful and so grateful to everyone, to my family. I am publicly thanking you guys for the support and everything that you guys have demonstrated towards Ari and I, just being there by our side so far. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.